Good evening. My name is Alexandria, and I conducted an interview with my cousin, Jessica Portley. Jessica Portley, she was a school counselor at Skyline High School, and she said she was there about 3 years. And before that, she attended Lamar University. And it's a funny story behind that. She said initially when she was there, she was a business major to start off. And she said she got the opportunity to join a counseling program, and I guess her interest was sparked within that program, and she said she decided to change majors. She stopped doing business and she became a education psychology major, uh, because school counseling is what she wanted to do. Um, through the course of our interview, I did the questions that the professor provided for us. Um, I was able to get background information on how to go about getting this degree. I learned her daily atmosphere, her typical workday schedule. I even learned expected tasks she was supposed to complete within her position. She also gave me some likes and dislikes about her job, and then she even answered the question that if she had the opportunity to do it all over again, how she would have gone about it differently. And she also left me off with some advice for my future. Um, to give you guys a little insight on what she and I talked about, I guess I'll start off with the education process of this. She said that to obtain this degree, you need to get a master's degree. And once the master's degree is gotten, she said, you also need to complete an EPP program. And then there is a school counselor exam that needs to be passed. And also, in the state of Texas, you're required to have at least 2 years of experience. I then proceeded to ask her, how's work? What do you do at work? She said in a typical workday or normal schedule, she is involved around faculty, students, and sometimes even parents. And a typical day looks like meeting with students due to their scheduled appointments. So she has appointments with students, and within the appointments, there's, their files, and everything's organized, and she knows exactly what they're meeting about on that day. They go through the different things that the student may need to improve, or the student may be going through, whatever it may be. They go through all of that. She even said that they also may talk about their future after high school, because she was a high school counselor. Aside from meeting with the students and even the parents, sometimes things she do on the side, or she says she puts together events, like awareness events, like things such as bullying, or abuse of drug, substance, alcohol, just functions like that. So I asked her what are some things she would have done differently if she had the opportunity to do it again. She said that instead of being a business major from the start, she would have went ahead and done counseling instead. Because instead of using her 2 years to just do general electives, she chose to do business. So by switching her major, put her behind a little bit. So I guess she would have just chosen to do counseling first so that she could have finished in a timely manner. Some advice she left me with. Let's see. Okay, advice. She said to do internships. She really, really stressed that having experience is key. Like I mentioned previously, in the state of Texas, you're required to have at least 2 years under your belt. So she said, although it's about networking, she said in this case, you're required to have experience under your belt. So overall, what I've learned through our interview, I've learned about the challenges, I've learned what it takes, and I've learned that it takes dedication and hard work. and something that you can't give up on. So to conclude this and how I got something biblical out of this, I reflected back on 2 Timothy 1:7. And it says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." So with that being said, God has a plan for us. And with him having that plan for us, we can pray and seek to him and ask him what that plan is that he may have for us. And we also can express our desires and what we see that's planned for us. And through his help and through his guidance, he will prosper us. He will not send us in the wrong path. He will give us hope for our future. Thank you for listening.